why, but for this movie review, I thought it'd be funny if I kept a counter for how many times someone or anyone said fantastic and four in this movie, and it's not as funny as I thought it would have been. And I even wrote it down in my notes too, but four was said only 5 times, and fantastic was only said 10 to 11 times. So I thought that would have been a much more funnier. Hey there guys, welcome back to another awesome video, and today's movie review is going to be of the 2005 Fantastic Four movie. I feel like this is kind of self-explanatory. I mean, I feel like not that the Fantastic Four are a well-versed and iconic superhero team, but I feel like people recognize this family or recognize these members one way or another. I mean, 4 people or 5 people either go into space or they get hit with radiation, boom, superpowers, and you have the Fantastic Four and their arch nemesis, Doctor Doom. So this movie is directed by Tim Story, and I've never heard of this guy before, but I wanted to make sure I had this properly, and I even wrote it again in my notes. I wanted to make sure it was Tim Story, it was his name. And it's so interesting to just rewatch this movie after so many years, and I mean, it's been around for over 20 years, and you know, this was, again, I've said this in my Spider-Man 1 movie review and the X2 movie review and other Fox early 2000 Marvel movies, but you know, this was a time when there was no MCU, there was no multiverse, there was no connective universes, it was just separated IPs, and it's just so interesting. And I feel like this cast is, I feel like all these performances are iconic in a way, and these actors later on trajected to stardom in a way, or maybe, I don't know, in their prime perhaps. I mean, come on, Chris Evans, and then now he's Captain America, and you've got, I think it's Ewan, I can never say his name, but Grufford, who is Reed Richards. I feel like a lot of people always think of him as Reed Richards. You got Michael Chiklis as Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. It's Jessica Alba as Invisible Woman. And say what you will, come on, say what you will. I know some people don't like her acting. I know she's bad in this, but come on. I mean, it's Jessica Alba. Like, this was like at her peak, at her prime. I mean, come on, Jessica Alba was the shit during this time. She was so fine at her age, at this time and period. And I even remember when I first saw this movie, I had the biggest crush on her because of this movie. And I mean, can you blame me at the time? Of course, the late, I think it's Julian McMahon, something along those lines, but I think like last year or 2 years ago he passed away, which is unfortunate. But his Doctor Doom, I think, is very memorable, and I think that is definitely a pedestal that people put on when it comes to Doctor Doom. So now it's like, people are like, hey RDJ, you better get your shit together. This doesn't get said very often in any Fantastic Four review, or at least any of mine so far, but I really appreciate Reed and Ben's friendship. There's something about their friendship here that really just kind of like stands out more than ever. And I know this might be a little cliche, but I do like that there's a subtle little message just sprinkled in there about just being acceptant, accept yourself, and you know, you're different. Accept that, you know, and there's acceptance. And as much as everything for the most part is practical, and the visuals, I will say some of them are a lot better. I mean, I don't know what it is, but specifically, I really like how they did a lot of Johnny Storm, Human Torch's visual effects and a lot of those special effects for that. But I will admit some of the other visual effects just could use a teeny tiny little tweak, just a little fix up, little tune up, and I think that would have been fine. Also, I know this is really weird and specific to say, but about Doctor Doom in this movie, I feel like he's, and this is weird to say, but he's too handsome. Now, there's nothing wrong with Julian McCann and his role, and yes, he does have scars, and obviously that's why he covers up his face with the helmet, but I feel like he could have maybe used a little bit more scars on his face. Not that I need like full-blown, like burnt off, melted face, skeleton face and all, but I don't know, I feel like maybe you could have like done a little bit more makeup with him, and then boom, Doctor Doom helmet. But it just feels like there's like one by the sideburn, one by the cheek, and that's kind of really not enough for me. But I will at least say that this is cheesy, and I'm glad it embraces its silliness, it embraces its goofiness at times, it embraces its cheesiness, and sometimes that's fun to just do that. I'm going to give 2005's Fantastic Four movie, I'm going to give it at least a solid B. So the Fantastic Four film, have you guys seen it? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to watch videos every day, if not every week. Make sure you ring that bell to new videos every day, every week. Share the video with family and friends. All the good stuff and more. Leave suggestions down in the comments. You name it. All I can do as best as possible. I'm gonna try and get in more reviews, but if you guys have suggestions, let me know down below, and if I don't get to them for this month, maybe somewhere else down the line. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.